video, if you're like me, then you have been doing a lot of research on GridLife's TrackBattle. As you may or may not know, I've been not only contemplating, but I've began purchasing parts for the MR2 in order to begin transforming it into a TrackBattle car. I haven't decided on exactly what class I'll be going for, but I did want to make this video just to kind of go over the rules of time attack. I will not be getting into the class specific rules. I'll just be sticking straight to the rules of time attack and TrackBattle itself. I'll be basically reading the document provided by GridLife on their website, which I will also link in the description. I've been trying to get a lot of information, and this is the only information that they provide, and no one has really made a video like this, so I just want to make one and kind of discuss it and open up the dialect, or whatever you would like to call it. Just start the conversation is where I'm going. I just want to start the conversation and see where it goes. So without further ado, let's jump into it. I'm just going to go ahead and read it, and you can go ahead and read along with me. Introduction. GridLife TrackBattle is a multi-event time attack series taking place at road courses throughout the North Americas. Time attack is not wheel-to-wheel racing. So let me stop there, and I'm just going to kind of interpret it as I'm reading it for you guys. Most of you will know this. Wheel-to-wheel racing, so you're not racing against actual other vehicles. You're racing against the clock, trying to push yourself to be better. Drivers are competing against the clock to see which cars and which drivers are the fastest over the course of a weekend. The GridLife TrackBattle is about providing safe, spirited, fun, and competitive track time for advanced and expert drivers. TrackBattle is open to all makes and models and all drivetrain layouts: rear-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, and all-wheel drive. GridLife TrackBattle includes competitive classes for all degrees of tuning and modification. Now, as I said earlier in the video, I'm not going to get into the class specifics and all the rules for the specific classes. However, if you would like me to do so, I will make another video of the same format, going through them all. But here they are: Street, Street GT, Street Modified, which the MR2 may classify in if I stay away from some of the carbon fiber stuff. Track Mod, which I feel the GridLife staff will more than likely push me into. Then there's Unlimited, Super Unlimited, TrackBattle EV, or electric vehicle. GridLife TrackBattle is about safety and fun first. We run a simplified rule set that makes it easy for long-time HPDE drivers to make the transition to competitive driving without the complexities and costs of your typical sanctioning bodies. GridLife TrackBattle may not be expensive to run, though it may be expensive to win. So, if you don't know what HPDE is, here you go. High Performance Driver Education. You can look into that on your free time. Our classing system is designed to place vehicles of similar type and drivetrain into competitive groups based on modifications and ultimately the potential lap time of the vehicle. Now, this next part that I've highlighted I thought was very interesting. It's something that is very worth keeping note of and keeping in your mind, so pay attention to this one. The final classification of your vehicle will be determined by the organizers and may potentially be adjusted between events during the event to keep the exciting and to keep events exciting and competitive throughout the duration of the GridLife season. So what that means is it's not up to you what class you run, but it's going to be up to the GridLife staff, and they can change it / adjust to what class you are in between events and even during the event. General rules applying to all production-based classes excludes the Super and Unlimited class. So clearly those are the fast guys. 90% of us will not be in that class, and if you work your way up, then you obviously know what you're doing already and you don't need to pay attention to this video. So let's jump into this. We're just going to go over the chassis exterior / aero section for now, then I'll jump into engine, drivetrain, and fuel after that. Vehicles must be production road-going vehicles constructed by a recognized manufacturer and currently previously available as a factory OEM road-going passenger vehicle with government-mandated VIN number. So basically what this is saying is it needs to be a actual vehicle that was made for civilian use or just a road-going vehicle. It cannot be a kit car, essentially, is what they're going at. Then it goes on to state after that, open-wheel factory-built race cars or club racers that may be street legal and are not allowed. So they are not allowed, but then obviously it goes on to say if open-wheel formula cars are wished to be driven in Super Unlimited, then it gives you a contact there. So clearly, once again, as I've mentioned above, this excludes Super and Unlimited car classes. So if you did want to use a kit car, you're going to automatically be in either Super or Unlimited. So moving on. Vehicles modified to partial or full tube chassis are not permitted. So you can go on to keep reading that. However, if it has a full tube chassis or partial, it's not allowed. Again, unless you're in Super or Unlimited. In Unlimited, some portion of the OEM floor plan or unibody must remain intact. So your floor pan, or at least some portion of it, needs to be intact. Again, it's going to be up to the staff. They're asking for 25% or more, so it will go based off of the staff's opinion on such. All vehicles must have a silhouette that is faithful to the original with the general body shape. So if you have a Honda Civic, it has to look like a Honda Civic. I would imagine that this would exclude doing like a kart build, which seems to be very popular, so you can't cut the car up too much. It needs to look like what it was originally. All vehicle, sorry, read that already. Brake lights must function, so make sure that all your lights are functioning. It shouldn't just be your brakes, but that's just my opinion. But they're only asking for the brakes. Alright, moving to engine, drivetrain, and fuel. Only one internal combustion engine is permitted per vehicle unless approved for Super, Unlimited, or Unlimited. So, one engine per vehicle. Pretty self-explanatory, I think. Alright, moving on to this. Home-built electric vehicles are permitted, however they must be classified by GridLife staff prior to the start of an event. Mass-produced electrical vehicles will be classed based on modifications and tires as any other vehicle. So once again, I just want to reiterate that it is up to the staff to put you into the class. You will not be deciding what class you want to participate in, but the staff will be making that call. Moving on, auxiliary water methanol injection is allowed in Street Mod, Track Mod, Unlimited, and Super Unlimited classes unless OEM equipped. Oh, sorry. So it is allowed unless OEM equipped. I think that might be a typo, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong or if I just am reading it incorrectly. So, is allowed in Street Mod, Track Mod, unless OEM equipped. Okay, we're just going to skip that because I don't know what the deal with that is. The mixture may not be more than 50% methanol in classes where exotic fuels are not allowed. Understandable. Alright, let's jump into suspension, brakes, tires, wheels. You can see this first one's crossed out, so that's from the prior year, I believe, so we'll ignore it for now. An approved tire list for classes other than U/SU, Unlimited, Super Unlimited, will be established for the 2022 season. Within the list being generated throughout 2021, entries to the approved list can be added at any time, provided that they meet these basic requirements. 4 more retailers are willing to ship, so Pep Boys, AutoZone, I'm just Dodge, whoever the hell you want to list. Available in 2 or more sizes, so it has to be 275, 30, 17, and 285, 30, 16. Okay. Available in 2 or more sizes for 2021, so 3 or more sizes will be required in 2022. I don't really get that, but sure. Let's move on to interior roll cage and safety. A 6-point or more roll cage is strongly recommended for all classes and is required in the Unlimited and Super Unlimited class, and must meet Grid Life GTCR specs, which a rear 4-point roll bar or more and head neck restraints will be required for track mod and street mod when applicable. So let's scroll down a little bit and get into this. So, track mod. Cars within 112 of the overall lap record pace are required to have a 4-point rear roll bar. So, if you're fast, you probably should have a roll bar regardless, but just in your head know that you're gonna need to get one. It's always a good idea to have a roll bar. Safety is very important. Street mod cars within 115% of the overall lap record pace are required to have a 4-point. Same deal. I don't know why they changed it from 112 to 115. I'd be very curious to know what the thought process was behind that. So now it goes on to non-structural interior components. So plastics may be removed in the general vicinity of a roll cage / roll bar. For example, door cards in conjunction with the door bars, rear seats, and rear interior in conjunction with with rear roll bar / roll cage, headliner with upper portion halo, A pillar, B pillar, roll cage, etc. All roll bar / roll cage requirements are to follow the outline requirements in GTCR or equivalent requirements from approved ultimate sanctioning bodies. Basically just saying that interior components can be removed if it is to make room for the roll cage. Any unlimited track mod, street mod vehicles not having these components but needing them based on an overall pace must be approved by race directors prior to the event. Drivers found to be out of compliance will be given a 2-event grace period. So let's say you have 2 races to get that roll cage in if they call you out on it, which I think is very generous. If I was running it, I'd be taking it so seriously that if you were running too fast, you'd be out and that'd be it. But hey, kudos to them for letting you keep going. So let's scroll down a little bit. Head and neck restraints are required for track mod and unlimited and are highly encouraged for all other classes. For cars and drivers in track mod, not having a roll bar, a Simpson hybrid, or equivalent head and neck restraint is required. Again, guys, just take it seriously, go all out, invest in yourself with safety equipment. There's been a lot of crashes lately, I don't need to explain it. All cars must run decals required by Grid Life organizers. This will include door cards on each side of the vehicle as well as windshield banner on the top or bottom of the windshield in any other location specified. So they're going to give you stickers that they want you to display, which, I mean, is kind of cool. Some of you guys are probably against stickers, but if you're participating in Grid Life, you're probably about it. Track modified and above vehicles must have a fire extinguisher within driver's reach or onboard fire suppression. Have a fire extinguisher. Even if you have a suppression system, have one anyways. Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. All vehicles are required to have front and rear tow hooks. Make sure that they're functioning. If you get spin out into a ditch, they need to pull you out. At minimum, all vehicles must meet the safety standards found in the Grid Life GTCR. I know that this is mentioning that a lot. You can go to their website and look at that. I will also put that down in the the description box below. All drivers must sign all waivers and forms required to receive driving credentials. All HPDE and Time Attack participants must adhere to the rules found in the Grid Life GTCR. Again, you should read that. I will also put in the link as I mentioned prior. All vehicles must be tech inspected by an approved shop or on-site inspectors before they are allowed on the track. I find this interesting. They should tell us who those approved shops are. But if you don't have time to do that, just make sure you get to the track or the event early so that you have plenty of time to go through tech. Tech and compliance inspections may also be done by grid life officials at any time during the event to ensure safety and compliance to the rules of driver, car, and other competitors. Alright, so we're entering the last section of the rules for the general track battle. Is classing, spirit of competition, and sportsmanship. So let's jump into this. All race entries are subject to grid life approval, and as such, their organizers reserve the right to disallow any vehicle or competitor to compete that is considered unsafe, unsportsmanlike, or is not keeping with the spirit of the rules. So if you are going against the safety rules, being a dick, or for whatever other reason you're going against the rules, they can give you the boot. Okay, follow the rules. Protest forms are available upon request. Protests can be maybe filed for driver behavior or suspected vehicle non-compliance. So if another driver suspects you of being non-class, or your car not being in the correct class, they can submit a protest form to try and get you out of that class and into whatever class you may belong in. So just keep that in mind as well. One ticket means entry into one class. Multiple tickets could be placed on a single car into a multiple competition classes. Moving down to trophies / awards will no longer be given for separate drivetrains within a class. Drivetrain record times will still be recorded and preserved. I don't know exactly what this means, but I believe in the past years they would give K-swapped Honda specific trophies. Now I think they're just moving towards just giving trophies for the specific classes overall, not K-swaps, LS, whatever. That's my belief from reading this, but I could be completely wrong. Moving on. Cars may only register as one competitor. A single entry, you cannot register the same car with multiple drivers as multiple entries without approval by grid life staff before the event. You may have multiple drivers for the same car registered as a team. A single entry, only the fastest time will count from the team as one entry. No additional track time will be given for the additional drivers. Team drivers must be stated at the registration before the event starts. All members of the driving team must be present during the competition events in which the team is registered. So I believe that means all the members have to be at every single race that they're registered at, which is interesting if somebody gets sick. A driver may bring multiple cars to an event to run. However, only one car will be considered to be part of the competition unless 2 entries are purchased. So you can have more than one car there if you choose to do so. You just need to also register that vehicle. Laps completed in vehicles other than that which was registered at the time of the competition will not count towards overall finishing order. At the organizer's discretion, a car/driver may be reclassed in instances where a vehicle's performance exceeds the spirit of competition. So basically, if your car is in street and is killing all the other cars in the street class, they hold the right to bump you up and put you into a different class. If a class has less than 3 competitors, those cars may be reclassed to the nearest performance class. So they want to keep it fun, and if there's more, or if there's less than 3 vehicles in your class, then you're going to get bumped. And that is pretty much the end of it. The rest, this is a 19-page document, and the rest of the pages just go into the different specific rules for each class. So like I said earlier, if you would like me to make a separate video outlining all these rules, and I'll even talk about what vehicle I think would be awesome in each specific class, I will go ahead and do so. I think that would be very interesting. Alright guys, I just want to reiterate that I am not an expert in these rules at all. You should go ahead and do your own research. I just wanted to put this together for you to have something to look at, and just so you can have my thoughts on it. Definitely do your own research. Highly encourage that. Also shout out to Google, because that's where I got all these photos from. I apologize if I stole your photos. Please put your link in the comments down below so people can find you if those are your photos. Have a great day.